What's happening, man? Listen, a lot of y'all got to understand when they open up a reality and push you in it, right? Open up a reality and push you in it, it creates a psychosis. I told y'all, what is a psychosis? A psychosis is a mental condition. This is when your thoughts and emotions are so affected that you lose sight of reality, the real reality. Let me give you some examples. When they say the food we eat, people think, this is what we're supposed to be eating. When they giving dogs the same food, look at the ingredients of dog food. It's the same stuff: beef, chicken, rice. Back in the days, dogs didn't get cancer. Well, all of a sudden, dogs are dying with cancer. Well, all of a sudden, you're able to put insurance on your dog. When they push you in this fake reality, this manipulated reality, then they can do those things and run those tricks and spells on you. But we've been in these realities so long till we don't know the difference until you start thinking. And you say, hold on, wait a minute, something ain't right. Same thing with when they tell you Romans 1 and 2, when God was saying he created government and that he sent them down as servants of authority. And when you disobey authority, you're disobeying God. And if you disobey God, you will be punished as so. Until you think God put us in this position to be governed by people we know don't like us, to be governed by people that we know has nothing to do with religion, because they are the opposite. We're talking satanic people. Until you think, but this is what they told us, that God created government. And if you disobey government, you're disobeying God. Because we're so stuck in this fake reality, it creates a psychosis. What is a psychosis? It's a mental condition to where your thoughts and emotions are so affected till you lose sight of real reality. Same thing as going to work. You are born in the world, and I say this all the time. Y'all gonna hear me say it a million times, to where you go to work every day for people that you don't like, people that you probably will never meet, in a system. You have to know what a system is. Systems are created to promote systematic outcomes. It's just a numbers game. So if you're going to work for damn near your whole life until you retire for a 401k, the life expectancy in America for males are what, 67, 68? You retiring at what, 65 or 64, 60, whatever. So you working your whole life just to retire and enjoy a few dollars that they done took with your 401k and invested and made millions before they handed it over to you. This only works when they open that reality and shove your ass in there. And they give you this fake reality. When you look around, it creates a psychosis until you think and you know the difference. Why would I work all these years? Just to make a certain amount of money that it'll never make me to the point where I'm financially stable. I'm literally working, exchanging my time for a few dollars, having to give it up every 30 days for the rest of my life until I get to an age where I'm damn near, my life expectancy is gone. And the money that they were saving for me, as if I can't save my own money in a 401k, that they take and invest. Because I tell y'all, anytime there's a pool of money, there's investing going on. They're not just holding on to your money because they care about you. They hold on to your money to invest it. Until you start to think, something ain't right. And this goes with everything around you. Everything. They open this fake reality and they shove us in it. This is equivalent to being in the box. And this is why they don't want you to think outside the box. Because when you think outside the box, you can look at the box and say the box is flawed. And all those people inside the box who think they're intelligent, who think they know what's going on, who think that things that are happening is the right things that should be happening, They don't want that. And this is why they don't like the resistance, the rebellion. It creates a psychosis. And I tell y'all, again, a psychosis is a mental condition to where your thoughts and emotions are so affected. And it is affected by the daily things that you do. You do this so much repetitiously. This is cognitive dissonance. And I'm going to keep saying it until you get it, until you start relaying this to your everyday life. Cognitive dissonance is something that your brain recognizes every day, all the time, and it develops a truth about it. So when you say that's a car, you've been told that was a car your whole life. And then somebody say, no, that ain't no car, that's a shoe. Your brain by default rejects it. They use these things against us. And this is why I say they know more about you than you know about you. Stop thinking that the shit that they tell you is the way things are. Why you think they don't want us with laboratories? Because they wouldn't be able to lie. We need our own. See, I tell y'all, the people need their own committee. You see all these houses going up? It's so bad that people cannot afford what's going on. This is systematically by design. They know we can't afford this stuff or we're going to run inflation. So that means your landlord got to go up because the bank going up on the landlord and inflation. What if the people say, you know what? We're going to come up with our own guidelines to what this is worth. And we're not paying a dollar more. Okay? This is when everybody comes together, put their differences aside, put color aside, and all these different agendas and all this, and come together as one to understand that we are more powerful together. I told y'all, together we stand, divided we fall. We all know this. So when they come with this inflation, we could just say, we ain't paying that. What they gonna do? If everybody woke up the next day and didn't go to work, what will they do? You mean tell me out of all these brilliant people in the world, ain't nobody figured this out yet? But you have to think, why? Think about this. I'm trying to explain this the best way I can. Think about this. We all know this, what I'm saying. We all know. But why haven't it happened? This is why divide and conquer is so powerful. How is it that we know something that can help us, but we as people haven't done it yet? We talking about nations, bro. People in Australia, bro. People in China, Africa, all over the world. Why haven't us as people, because there's millions of us, why haven't we gotten together and fixed our own problem? This should let you know, because if you're a why person, you have to understand that we're so under this spell and we've been so conditioned and brainwashed till it has created a psychosis. People literally think if they didn't have government that we wouldn't be able to function. People really think if we didn't have people govern us, and this is cognitive dissonance. Your whole life you've been told to vote. Your whole life you've been told you got a president, a governor, a city commissioner. Your whole life you've been told these things, so you don't know nothing based off the reality that they've gave you. Meaning, you can't step out your bubble that they put you in to see what's going on. Some people can. Most people can't. So you're born into a reality where you don't know the difference because you have nothing to gauge that reality with. But all you need is common sense. Common sense. This is the same thing, like I say, this is the same thing when it comes to religion. Romans 1 and 2, where it says God created government and we should obey government. And if we disobey government that God created, that means we disobeying God. Only people that's in a psychosis will go for that until you start thinking and you step out the bubble and say, that don't make sense. Because it don't. But very importantly, like I tell you, when other people control what you know, they control what you think. They control the input, so therefore they know the outcome or the output. Very simple. But I just want y'all to start thinking and understand what psychosis is and the reality that they put us in by, they forced us in. Excuse me, the reality that they forced us in to make us think that, we supposed to eat this, or we supposed to do this, we're supposed to pay insurance, we're supposed to pay bills. Bro, come on, bro. And then they throw God in the middle of that, which really makes a lot of y'all fierce. But if you use the common sense that God gave you, you would know the difference. I told y'all, fear is a business. And they use fear on people every day. Why? Because they control what goes in, so therefore they can predict what goes out. Very simple. So these people are not smart. They just created a reality that predicts the agenda that they set forth. They know what's going on because they the one told you what's going on. They created your reality. So the way you feel about certain things, again, I'm going to keep saying it. Who controls that? They do. And if they control your thoughts, they control you. Anyway, go look at what a psychosis is and understand. Go look at what cognitive dissonance is and get an understanding and break free from these mental chains, because slavery, it just upgraded. That's it. Ain't going nowhere. Just upgraded. And like I say, you can't free a slave unless he or she knows that they're in bondage. Okay? So, with that being said, please share this video. That's all I ask. Because all I try to do is get people to think, use your mind. Just that simple. That's something they don't want you to do. Okay? Okay. But again, this goes for everything around you. I just used a couple examples. Okay? We're not supposed to be getting up every day, taking the ones we love to a place, which is school, where we know they're not going to be cared for. They're not going to be taught the right things. The stuff they taught us, we didn't apply it in life. So what? Because they taught us how to read and what numbers was and just a few little things. They only did that so that you don't be walking around with your head in the air and you dumbfounded 100%. No, we got to bring you up to some type of level of education that we can so that we can then enslave you, so that you ain't dumbfounded. Like, we don't need you running around. You can't read, you can't write. You're no good. No, we need you to read and write. We just need you to be educated at a certain level to where you don't know no difference or don't know no better. And if you think I'm lying, just look at the fucking world. Do you really think this is how God intended things to be? And if you do, then guess what? You've created a psychosis. You've lost touch of reality. If you think God intended us to be put in positions because of our colors, to be lied to be enslaved mentally, to be put in conditions with limited resources, to coerce you to break laws, to all the above. I don't have to keep going. If you think God intended that, and what that says about not just you, but what that says about the people that taught you that stuff. Who taught you that? If you heard it from your mama or your daddy or your uncle, your whoever's older than you, where did they get it from? Who taught them? Told y'all, this is why they say you raise a child. You can only raise a person or a child to the level that you're on. So if you're on the 5th level, you can only raise that child to the 5th level. You can't teach someone something that you don't know your damn self. So don't fault people. Fault the ones who put us in this position. Who told you that it costs $28,000 to deliver a baby. Who won't let you get your placenta because they use it for all types of things. Who taught you to circumcise your child so they can take that skin, which they call it another name. I forgot the name right off bat. But they do that. They change the name of things to make it not be what you know it to be. Like, you know what circumcised skin is, but then they'll give it another name like calamari. Just say squid. But they do these things to trick your mind. And that only works when you're inside the reality that they pushed you in. Okay? But they take that circumcised skin and make makeup and do all these types of things and make millions of dollars off of it. And we march right to the doctor and get our son's skin cut off, even though God put it up for a reason. But we let man tell us different. Now you see how powerful a psychosis is. When you take a person's reality and you twist it and you give them what you want them to have. And this is why it's so easy to control people. So with that being said, please share this video. You know I love y'all to not to death, but I love y'all to life. So we got to change the way we say things. I love y'all to life. And like I say, in order for you to be found, you must first be lost. I'll holler at y'all on the next video.